He threw the cup of hot tea at his hand and then got up from his seat, slapping him hard across the face. The boy stared at his father in shock. He hadn't done anything so terrible that he deserved to have his hand burned with tea or to be slapped. I've told you 1,000 times to focus on your work. You can't even make a simple cup of tea. What will you do in life? Bloody loser. His father roared, and the 14-year-old boy lowered his head. In his 14 years of life, he had heard these words over and over again from his mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, sister, elder brother, uncle, and nearly every relative. His eyes filled with tears as he looked at his father, who was a DIG, Deputy Inspector General of Police. A big name in the police force. Their household was run by numerous servants. But his 9th grade result had been terrible. Not because he didn't want to study, but because he couldn't. He struggled with math, couldn't grasp chemistry, and found it difficult to read and speak English. Despite studying at the best school in the city, with the highest fees, he never understood his concepts clearly. There was no tutor for him at home, and whenever he asked for help, he was told to learn from his high-achieving elder siblings. His brother had topped in commerce, and his sister was doing her CA. He was much younger than them, yet no one was there to help him. His bad result meant that he failed to achieve the grades his father desired. As a punishment, his father dismissed one of their personal servants and replaced them with him. He had cried a lot. He didn't know how to make tea. He didn't know how to polish shoes. He didn't want to endure his father's slaps. But the whole family agreed that this was the right punishment for him. Dad, I'm sorry. Please, I will study well now. I will work really hard. Please end my punishment. He pleaded desperately, tears streaming down his face. But his father shoved him away. I'm keeping you at the level you deserve. If I let this go today, you'll never achieve anything. You'll be a loser living off me your whole life. His father shouted. Just then, his mother walked in. What has this loser done now? She laughed, while the boy stood there with his head bowed. Everyone in the family was teasing him. He's apologizing to you, his father scoffed, picking up his files. He doesn't even know how to apologize properly. He can't even speak one proper sentence. He can't move in our society. His mother was furious. After spending so much money on his education, he still speaks Urdu at home instead of English. Look at Maheen and Murtaza, how fluently they speak, like they've studied abroad. She pushed him away in anger. This is the only job he deserves. Now, get out of here. The boy looked at his parents, tears rolling down his cheeks. Mum, please. Shut up. She exploded in anger. Now get lost. She pointed to the door. You make my blood pressure shoot up. Just leave now. She said in frustration, and he walked away with lifeless steps. Back in his room, he cried bitterly. His video games, his basketball, and all his things had been taken away. Even his TV and mobile were gone. He picked up his books. He would study. He would study a lot. Why can't I understand all this? He sobbed into his books. Suddenly, the door opened. Over. You'll be serving the drinks. Murtaza smirked. I won't. Why should I? He wiped his tears and replied. Because Dad has given you this punishment. Everyone should know how much of a loser you are. Murtaza laughed and walked out. The boy started crying again. Hey, loser, my friends are coming. He didn't want to do this anymore. He wanted to be a good son. He wanted to study hard and get good grades, but no one let him study. He got up. If Murtaza complained to Dad, he would get beaten up again. He was already sore from the slaps he had received earlier. He walked to the kitchen. Noshin Auntie, their housemaid, saw him and smiled. Oh, Baba, what are you doing here? I'll give the refreshments to Murtaza Baba. She always spoke to him kindly. Noshin Auntie. He looked at her with teary eyes. She stepped closer. Don't call Murtaza Baba, or don't call me that either. He kicked the floor with his toe. Oh, but you are my little Baba. Do you know, when you were born, your father was so happy. She smiled as she spoke. That's all lies. You just say these things. They actually hate me, he said, anger rising in his voice. That's not true, Baba. They are just strict. They are not strict. They feel happy bringing others down. Even if it's their own child, he said, gripping the trolley angrily. He dragged it into the hall where Murtaza and his friends were sitting. As soon as they saw him, laughter erupted in the room. Hey, Murtaza. Your brother is working as a servant now. They laughed. This loser deserves it. And Dad said that if he doesn't score well in his O-levels, he'll throw him out of the house to beg on the streets. Murtaza laughed and his friends joined in. The boy's face turned red with anger. Just as his father had thrown tea at him, he threw the cup at Murtaza's face. The cup shattered, leaving a cut on Murtaza's handsome face. And blood started to flow. I won't go anywhere. I'm not a loser and I'm not a beggar. The boy screamed, crying, and ran from the room. Murtaza's screams echoed in the house. His friends rushed to help him while calling for his father. The boy locked himself in his room. He was shaking like a leaf. He was terrified of his father. They would beat him now. They would lock him in the dark. They would force him to do more housework, make him wash dishes and clean clothes. Why did I do this? Murtaza was his brother. Now, he regretted his anger. He would never get angry again. Dad, please forgive me. Murtaza, please forgive me. He cried, lost in his thoughts. Soon, there was loud banging on his door. Open the door. I'll break your legs. You ruined your brother's face. I'm sorry, Dad, he sobbed, not daring to open the door. They cursed at him despite their high social status. His mother was also yelling. He was so scared his face turned pale. Suddenly, everything in his room shut down. The door was locked from the outside, his punishment had begun. The room turned pitch black. He was terrified. I'm sorry, Dad. I'll be a good son now. Please forgive me. He always froze in fear in the dark. Everyone knew his weakness. That's why they had given him this punishment. He had made a big mistake. But no one thought about Murtaza's mistake, how he had been bullying him all along.